Why do you think you are not hearing, feeling, or sensing your loved ones in these moments? Why do you believe in your heart of hearts that your loved ones no longer communicate with you from the afterlife? I'm going to tell you the answer to this, and you might not like it. The answer is very, very simple. You have been sold a lie. You have been drip-fed this ideology that only certain individuals can communicate with the afterlife, the departed, with the deceased, with the passed over transitioned souls, with angels, with this, with this, with this. Listen, you all can do it. I can prove it from this platform. I can prove and help each and every one of you to connect with your loved ones. But in the first instance, what we need to establish is you, my friend, are the link. You, with a good understanding, are going to be able to communicate authentically and efficiently with your loved ones. And the reason why you don't feel them in this moment, it's not because they're not there. You, my friend, are going through what is called the grieving process. Every human being has to go through it. Even if you are a medium who is well developed, you will still suffer from the grieving process. It's part of the humanistic ritual, the practices that the human form has to go through to evolve, to learn, to be able to go through some of the tribulations and come out at the other side. You've all been told that you can't connect, you won't connect, or you may feel that you aren't connected. Well, let me just tell you this and be open, blunt and frank about it. You are all connected. Every one of you now have the abilities and skill sets within you by design, by pure principle alone, that you can communicate effectively and efficiently with the spirit world to be able to prove of the afterlife. Other people don't want you to know this. Other people have never wanted you to know this. However, it's our duty and our responsibility to help mankind to be able to heal. By healing, we need you, my friend, to be able to connect. Why do you think it is that you don't feel your loved one? Why do you think you would have spent an entirety, what felt like an entirety with them in this life? Your soulmate, it could be a family member, it could be anyone. Yet they're going to just leave you, fend for yourself. It might feel that way, but believe me, the spirit world are trying to get you signs from behind the scenes. Whether that be through they are sending you synchronicities, whether they are sending you signs through birds, numbers, angelic numbers being, whether that be coincidences. Well, we don't believe in coincidences here at Help Serve. We believe in the spirit world manipulating situations to get your attention. Believe me when I say this, right? Every one of you now have been led to this channel for a reason. I guarantee you with certainty that your loved one is sat by your side now. They are watching this video with you. They have brought you to this video, more importantly, and they want you now to know that they love you. They've always loved you. And in spirit, it's a very different love to the compassion that we share on this planet. Well, some of us share. Not some people lack compassion altogether or empathy. In spirit, it's different. Remember, what makes us us as we go out our sensory existence, as we go along our journey of life? What is it that makes us us? It is the humanistic conditioning that we've had, the experiences that we've endured, the emotional heartache, the roller coaster of a life that makes us and defines us as a person. In energy, we don't have any of the ties. You don't have any of the hatred. If you're somebody who's watching this, right, and I know the spirit will want us to mention this for a reason. And you're kicking yourself because you didn't get the opportunity to say goodbye to your loved one. And you feel not just angered, you feel hatred towards yourself for not being able to have those last words. What I need you to do now is to stop punishing yourself. Know that your loved one is listening here and now. And what I would like you to do is to say a message to them. Let them know what you wanted to say. You will have the closure that you seek, that you needed. They are by your side. You are going to feel them with you now as I speak. You are going to feel their energy envelop you. Don't fear it. Don't be scared of this. This is natural. This is the spirit world now. I am taking you from your busy world and I am giving you an understanding so they can work with you. Do not fear. Speak. Don't expect anything in return. Expectance is what is going to kill and sever your connection from taking place. Remember, you can't predict how this is going to work. But for each and every one of you who want to share one last moment, who want to be able to communicate with your loved one, we're not dropping into meditations here. I'm going to use your basic logic. I'm going to help you to be able to connect, to be able to speak, to be able to work with energy instantly. I want you to say in your mind out loud, whatever feels comfortable, those last words that you would like to share with your loved one. Give them the message that you've been longing to let them listen to. Believe me, my friend, right? This is the first step. They already know what you're going to say. They already know if you're going to speak. They're already going to know if you think this is a wind-up. They already know that. However, the fact of the matter is it's not about what you know. It's about what we can prove. We can prove with evidence by you using the power of your mind and implanting that thought, the intent. The intent is key to spirit communication. By you placing that intent and speaking out loud, it's the first part of the healing process. It's the acceptance phase. By accepting, we now can start to heal. It's difficult, isn't it? Because you have people like me, and honestly, I grieve as well, just like you do. We're human, after all. I know a lot of you, a lot of mediums, right, put themselves so far on a pedestal. They literally put them up there, above the rest of mankind. Above the rest of... Sorry, 2 seconds, everyone. There's nothing medically wrong with us. When I channel energy, it gets very intense sometimes, and I have to kind of calm it down. It always gets very animated, passionate when we're talking about how you can connect, because the spirit world are coming through me. They're connecting through you now as I speak. Therefore, the energy triangle that takes over, there's almost like a... Whilst I can control it, sometimes it's like an onrush of energy, the only way to describe it. But every one of you know that whilst it seems so far out of reach, your loved one is with you now watching this video. There is no coincidence that you have found my channel. I'm going to take your hand, my friend, as long as you're willing to put in the hard work. I'm going to take your hand and I'm going to lead you to the spirit world, not in the physical sense, but metaphorically speaking. If you want to communicate with your loved ones, guess who's got your back? People don't like that on this planet. People don't want you to be able to communicate with your loved one. People want you to pay them so they can communicate. And let's be completely honest, when you look at some of the so-called mediums on this planet, they aren't mediums, they're not even psychics. They're blatant scamming. But because there's been no one to put a stop to it, there's been no one who could counter it or argue against it, it's went on for so long. And that's why you are all getting an understanding for free on this channel. You can all have everything your little bloody heart needs, desires, requires. We've got your back. The Help Heal Serve family have got your back. What you experienced by communicating and speaking out loud with your loved ones, what you should start now to do is every day repeat this. Get into the habit. Get into the habit of speaking to them as you would in this life. I'm not saying to do this on public transport. Listen, don't do it outdoors, or the people with white coats will probably come and want a word with you, right? But normalize it. So many people are scared of this. So many people are scared of the perceptions of other human beings and how you will be determined. Listen, if any of you ever meet me, right, I never speak about the spirit world. And when I do, a lot of you be like, oh, what do you mean? I thought you loved them. I do. But it's not something I actively preach about. However, when a conversation starts and it gets brought up, I'll speak on behalf of the spirit world, 100%. But there's a lot of people on this planet who aren't ready to hear their loved ones, who aren't ready to know that there is such thing as an afterlife. And I know there's a lot of you that are like, well, why would that be the case? Why would it be that somebody isn't ready to hear from their loved one? Remember what we were talking about at the beginning of this video, the grieving process? Well, it affects different people in very different ways. Most people cover their eyes and believe it hasn't happened. The problem with that is it's only going to last you so long until you have to accept. You're going to be forced to accept, and then it's even worse. Accepting so is the first stepping stone. It's the first way that you can start to effectively work with the spirit world. When you have accepted that they are no more and they are no longer in the materialistic, we can then start working with them in spirit. A lot of you, right, when we're talking about spirit communication, and again, coming back to it, people like myself, even I grieve. Like, I'm no different to any one of you. Yes, you could argue and say, well, you grieve a little bit different to us. I do, very differently, because when people that I love have passed over, I still have laughs and jokes with them now. Like, I really do. But that doesn't mean to say I'm exempt from any of the heartache, pain, emotional turmoil that you go through. And don't get us wrong. Yes, it does ease in the blow a little bit. But I would still, even though I can speak to the spirit world, I'd still rather have my loved ones by my side. I'd still rather have them laughing and joking with them, going out for a pint or going down to a club or going out on a night out with the lads. You know, that's the norm. That's what we come to know. That's part of who we are. Whilst, yes, a medium, we can still work with the energy, it's in a very different capacity. It's for evidence. A lot of you are going to struggle in the first instance with spirit communication because you've been led to believe that you aren't good enough. You can't be good enough. It's a gift. Only special people can do it. The problem is the reality of it is the spirit world are always getting you information. But you, through your own focus, wants, needs and desires and what you are choosing to accept and what you are absorbing and making part of your world and daily practices, you are stopping the connection from being able to take place. You are stopping it in the first instance because you're telling yourself it can't work. You're telling yourself it doesn't work like that. Stop being your own worst enemy. Believe that your loved ones have brought you to this video, and there is a reason why you are watching this part. You, my friend, are going to start connecting to your loved one. They have brought you to me. There is no ifs, buts, what ifs, or maybes. You have everything that you need on this channel. There is no excuse. There's not one thing that you can say to me that I would say, oh, well, that's a good excuse. Not one of you, by the way, could make an excuse. If you want to connect, you will connect. If you don't want to connect, you won't connect. It's really that simple. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that explained why some of you may not feel that you are connecting to your loved ones in spirit. And I hope you like that exercise. And remember to rinse and repeat. Don't just have to do it once. You didn't have to just do it in this. Normalize it. Start to get comfortable with the idea that they can hear you. With time, you will hear them back. If you enjoyed this video, remember to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. And if you did enjoy this, why don't you consider smashing that subscribe button, making sure the notifications bell's on. Also, thank you to all of the channel members. I'll see you this Thursday, UK time, 7:30 PM. Don't forget to check out the videos pinned at the top left and right. And until the next time, bye-bye for now.